What's up everyone, it's Boris, new video, and today I'm going to talk about live on tapes. Yeah, and I did a video about live on tapes, but today I'm going to have my top 5 live on tapes from 2022 which were released. And because it's a bit complicated matter, which you'll probably imagine, because with me nothing is simple, I made some personal rules. Let's talk. Guys, welcome to my channel again. I really hope you are enjoying my videos, and if you're going to like this one, please give it likes, don't forget to subscribe, and of course it's very welcome to comment in below, because communication, that's a fundament of everything. And I'm saying all the time, I know, but what I forgot to tell you, that I'm bringing kind of a rules to it, because it's very hard to compare those. So if you're interested what I think about live on tapes in general, please watch my previous video to get much more context to this one, because it's a bit complicated matter. I didn't pick Spain or I didn't pick Serbia, even they both deserve to be in kind of top 5 of songs in general, but I didn't choose them because they used their national selection. In Spanish example, their Eurovision live was much better than live on tape, which was using their national selection. But I really enjoyed the Eurovision act, how it was done, one of the best acts definitely that year. Very American style, awesome. In Serbian example, I think their national selection looked better, much better than the Eurovision one. But this Eurovision was kind of a weird in this, but definitely I decided not to choose national selection live on tapes for top 5 live on tapes, because it's almost the same as their live performance in national selection, just without an audience. But they don't bring anything better or worse or anything special to it. They are special by themselves, of course, but they're not different to what we saw at Eurovision or what we saw at their national selection. So basically they're not original. So I picked my top 5 based on what surprised me the most, on what I've never seen before. So let's start with number 1. First piece in my top 5 is Poland. And yeah, maybe you're surprised because how much it differed from the performance in Turin, and in my opinion it differed a lot in detail. The concept was the same. Water, those crazy effect, I still think it was over affected, and in Polish version for live on tape they used a real water, a small studio. It was more closed down, more intimate, more narrative, and they used a real thing, real element, which was this water rain, and that made it better, more artistic, more authentic. It was authentic. I think when you compare those two versions, the Eurovision one felt soulless. Instead of this live on tape, it drug you more into the music. Where is the spirit? I would say much better sound mix in live on tape, in my opinion, but then it deserved to be in my top 5. Next one. Next one is France, and that's maybe very surprising, and it surprised me too, because when I was watching I was asking myself, like, where did French do mistake? Because live performance in Torino, it didn't work. It was disconnected. Like, each person was like solo, the music went differently, then the sound of voice, back vocals, and everything felt separated from each other. The camera edits didn't really fit. It was like watching a show without a soul. Anyway, when there's a proper mix and everything is just set around properly, kind of, even with the cameras and the right depth of field, like right colors and everything, that can make a great performance. And I think this live on tape is the best performance of Alban and Hes and their song Fullen, what we saw live actually, because I think the live on tape is even better than the live performance in their national selection. It's a big of an exception, but that's what I think, and what it really helped it, because, you know, all those 3 things looks very similar. Same motif, same choreography, almost the same camera edits, even I think the national selection was much better than Eurovision. This live on tape was just mind-blowing, and the reason was this top shot it had. That's just one simple detail. The only one top shot was done on live on tape and made the whole show look somehow better, even more Celtic, even more deep. And I was sold. What do you think? Comments below. Next song. The third one is North Macedonia, the song which I still like, the song which probably completely shown that even when bookies doesn't really like you, you don't end up last if you can sing, if you just can do your craft the great way. Because the song was actually very good, the singing perfect, and I think only thing which cost North Macedonia finals was the staging. And not the staging in the way of graphics, in the way of camera angles, but how Andrea was probably instructed to really give the emotions, like over emotioned too much. It didn't fit the song. And when I compare it to live on tape, when she was more like civil, that completely makes this song stand out, because then it's authentic. Authenticity, that's the key, that's the thing. And I think that's one of the live on tapes which doesn't matter how it looks, more cheap, less big, it's closed up, it's a small studio, it's very simple graphics, but the outcome of it is awesome, because I felt it. That's all I need to feel such emotion, to just get into it, to understand the song without even listening to lyrics. That's what I want, and that's what Andrea was able to give me in her live on tape. Next song. The fourth song is Belgium. Yes, the song I wasn't sure I like or dislike, and I definitely didn't really like the performance at Eurovision, especially because how it was edited, how it looked a bit messy. I just didn't feel it. That's it. I don't want to blame anyone for anything. I think they made it to the finals. It's a great result, and well, it's just my subjective merit. And live on tape, I enjoyed. And I can't tell you why exactly. I just felt the song. Again, I would say the problem with Eurovision is the not proper sound mixing, or it just doesn't really work with the artificial back vocals or pre-recorded back vocals on such a huge stage where the fans in the arena are on the side fronts, and you can't just feel it. It just feel weird on a huge stage, but when you see it on the live on tape, wow, this song works. They even made it more and more narrow with the light elements, with the light effects. I was just there instantly like this, and I felt something. The performance, the whole concept, the whole full package just, talked to me. It breathed me in, and I just saw a great show. Maybe it's a bit weird. It's something what really works when you see it just for the first time, and when it just has this, it's good. Even when it's maybe not that great. But I loved it, and it deservedly in my top 5. But who's the last song in my top 5? It's San Marino. And that was probably easy one, easy pick. Not my favorite song, not my favorite artist, not my favorite staging. But the package as it is, how much work it got, how big it got, how many ideas was there. Well, it didn't get into the finals in Turin. It wasn't maybe for everyone. Even I kinda got used to it, I would say I got used to it. But definitely this live on tape is as well something different than what we saw the unplugged version in the home concerts, than we saw in the Eurovision performance. And as well this one, it was a production value. It was nice edited, even it's always visible when it's live on tape, because it's whoever tries, it always looks cheaper than it should be for Eurovision, but it is what it is. And this live on tape, I think it's great. It's great because it's so weird, it's so different, it's still the same kind of, but differently. And it's enjoyingly Eurovision. But that's it. Guys, very honestly, it was really hard to pick 5 live on tapes as well, because more than 50% were from the national selections, which I completely ruled out. The only exception was kind of North Macedonia, but they did it differently for live on tape and not on their national selection. And they changed it a lot, because when you saw it on national selection, it was kind of like, I don't know, it just didn't look that way. And well, the rest, some countries did it in the same studios, but they used very easy ideas. For example, Greece or Switzerland. Both were just made on lights. Both were very similar to Eurovision. Both weren't that good at Eurovision, and there was nothing special for me to talk about it. Even we all know that vocally they were great, so there's nothing against it. I just chose the top 5 which I found most interesting in this whole complex of rules I've made, especially with the comparison with Eurovision and national selections. So this is my top 5, but well, I won't blame you if you have different one. Write me in the comments below which you enjoyed the most, which you enjoyed less, and of course, which country do you miss in live on tapes. But don't blame the country who didn't send their live on tape live on YouTube, because they probably don't want to show a product which just looked like this. And I understand that. That's why I think live on tape rule should be completely changed if live on tape wouldn't be cancelled at all, which I would be absolutely okay with. Yeah, that's just my opinion, but I hope your opinion is that you like the video, which means that you're giving likes to this video as well. And when you're doing likes, just please subscribe the channel. I would be very glad, and if you're going to share this video to your friends, mind-blowing. That would be as well great as watching my other videos, because they're awesome. I'm awesome. Guys, just do me a favor, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.